I'm sharing with you 12 actionable steps that you can take today to get started in the wedding planning industry. So what does a wedding planner actually do? There's so many things that are required of you as a wedding planner, and I've summarized some of your roles and responsibilities into 2 slides. Okay, so you're going to be helping plan the wedding budget, recommending vendors, reviewing contracts, attending vendor meetings. You're going to be advising on room planning. You're going to be updating or meeting your bride and your groom. Yes, that's actually me in that photo, if you're wondering. So this is not a stage photo. This is me at one of our weddings, and that's a real bride. I wasn't even aware that this photo was being taken, but I love it, and I just love the energy in that photo. And that's the kind of energy that I hope that you will bring to every one of your weddings. I think that it is important if you can do that, because your job as a wedding planner is not just to make sure that everything falls in place, but also to ensure that your bride feels relaxed and doesn't have any anxiety on the day of the wedding. Okay, you're going to be checking on your bride and your groom, coordinating hair and makeup. You're coordinating the bridal party's entry to the ceremony and to the wedding reception, and you'll be assisting the MC, photographers. Like, you literally are going to be pulled in 100 different directions. Okay, and your job as a wedding planner requires that you remain calm and are able to coordinate all of the moving parts so that everything falls in perfect harmony. I have had some crazy moments working as a wedding planner. You need to be prepared for any emergency. I have had a situation where the MC had an emergency and I had to literally step in, pick the mic and say, "Hi, my name is Glory Bachman-Yankson and I will be your MC for tonight," without a beat, because that's your job, to find solutions where there are problems. I have had a situation where the wedding cake got confused with a different wedding, and so we didn't have a wedding cake, and we literally had to I found a cake. It wasn't a real cake though, it was a fake cake, but it was good enough for our couple to be able to pose by and pretend to cut and take all of their photos. I have had a situation where a groomsman has literally fainted in my arms. Like, the guy literally blacked out, came to me for a bottle of water, and I was like, "Can you give me 5-10 minutes and I'll make sure that you get your bottle of water?" And in seconds, the guy just collapsed in my arms. I'm like, "Oh my God." But you don't have time to panic. Luckily, like, nothing happened, nothing crazy happened. We were able to bring him back to life, and he was fine after he had rested a little bit. But you need to be ready. I have an emergency kit full of 100+ items ready, because you just never know what's going to happen. Okay, and then of course at the end of the night you need to ensure that the venue is restored to its original state, it's all cleaned up, and any rental items are returned to wherever you rented them from. Okay, so this is just like a summary of the things that you're expected to do as a wedding planner. Let's get started. So you're looking to start your wedding planning business. I am not going to focus on you going into work for somebody else. The majority of students who have come into our class, perhaps maybe 9 out of 10, have been looking to start their own wedding planning business. And the reason for that is, if you're looking to work with somebody who is already established in the wedding planning industry, your easiest route is to apply for an internship program. So apply to do an internship for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, sometimes 6 months, okay, at a very small payback. And hopefully at the end of your internship, you get a permanent role that way. But it's a fantastic opportunity to get your foot in the door and actually get experience in the wedding planning industry through an internship. So I'm going to focus on people who are looking to start their own wedding planning business. The first thing you want to do is your research. You need to do your research and get to know the who and what of the industry. Listen, if you don't like reading and you don't like topping up on your knowledge, you're going to struggle as a business owner because the wedding planning industry is such a fast moving industry that you're required to keep up. Okay, you need to know the big shots. Find the people whose success you want to emulate and follow them on Instagram. One of I don't know, my role models. If I don't know if I can call him role model, or I don't know if I can call him a mentor or whatever. But one of the people who I absolutely love is Preston Bailey. When we started talking about, starting our own event planning career or event planning business, his blog is one of the first that I found, and I dedicated time to reading every single blog post that he put out. Literally every single blog post that he put out, I read. And when he published his books, I bought every single one of his books. Like, I was literally stalking this guy. In 2011, I had the opportunity to meet Preston Bailey in Lagos, Nigeria, when Oaken Events was having their Flair event. And it felt like I was so starstruck. Okay, but that's a story for another day. In 2015, I believe it was 2015 or 2016, I was blessed to be a part of his masterclass and understudy him, where he taught us some incredible design tricks. We actually transformed a ballroom, and that is one of the peaks of my career. Find the people whose success you wish to emulate and follow them. One of the people I love is Colin Cowie as well. Colin Cowie is another amazing event planner. If you don't know who he is, go on Instagram, type in Colin Cowie, or Google him. Google Colin Cowie and follow him. Last year, I got the opportunity to meet David Chitera in Lagos, Nigeria, and that's another planner that I love. That man tells it as it is, no nonsense, but he's such a kind-hearted person. And there's so much to learn from people like this. Karen Tran is another one that I follow. For those of you who are interested in wedding styling, Karen Tran is an amazing wedding stylist. Okay, you want to find her and you want to follow her. Books like this, books like The Art of Celebration, I literally have every single one in the series. You need to read. If you don't like reading, go on YouTube and watch some videos that talk about event planning and show you some behind the scenes so that you get to understand the industry you're going into. The second step I want you to recognize is to start small. So many wedding planners make the mistake of starting their businesses and they're like, oh, I plan weddings. No, planning weddings is too wide a geographic. You need to be able to niche down. You know what they say, there's riches in the niches. You need to be able to niche down to one service that you were known for. Okay, so what is it that you want to be known for? Perhaps you want to be known as the best event coordinator for high-spend brides. And if you're looking to do high-end weddings, you don't want to mix it up with budget weddings. There's nothing wrong with catering to budget-savvy brides, but you don't want to mix that with high-end. Why? Because high-end clients aren't going to come on your Instagram page and see budget whatever and hire you. Okay? People buy what they see. So whatever it is that you want, the kind of client that you want is the kind of client that you should be posting more of. Not every job needs to make it to social media. If you are broke right now and the job comes and it's not quite your ideal client, but hey, Charlie, we all need to pay the bills, right? And so you pick up that event. Don't post it on your Instagram because you're confusing your clients. You need to pick a particular niche. If it's traditional weddings, everybody needs to know that, hey, Chioma, if you go to Chioma, the best traditional Nigerian weddings. If you go to Nana, the best Ghanaian traditional weddings. If you go to Gloria, destination weddings. She will do justice to it. So pick a niche and get popular for that particular niche so that you can build on that foundation. Step number 3 is you want to choose a brand identity. Okay, so choose a name and personality for your brand. What do you want? What are the 3 words that you want people to recognize your business or your brand for? Do you want to be known as fun? Do you want to be known as humorous? Do you want to be known as sophisticated? Do you want to be known for over-the-top weddings? Because, I mean, when you see a Preston Bailey design, you know off the bat, this is a Preston Bailey design, and you will research and find that indeed it is a Preston Bailey design because he doesn't do minimalist. That's not him, okay? So you need to be clear. Sit down, take your time, and be clear on what you want your brand or your personality to look and feel like. Do you want to be known as knowledgeable? Do you want to be known as an expert in your industry? Okay, so pick a name and personality for your brand. Step number 4 is you want to make it legit. Guys, if you have an Instagram business which is not registered with your government authorities, your local government authorities, you are not operating a legitimate business. If you are on this table, climb off the table now. Climb off the table, because launching your business on Instagram does not legitimize your business. If you post and you put up a page for your wedding planning business and somebody goes to the local authorities, Registrar General's office, wherever, and they register that business, that name belongs to that person. Okay, so make sure that you trademark your name and you register your name. A lot of new wedding planners, new wedding professionals make this mistake. I see it all the time. Make it legit, guys, or otherwise you do not technically have a business. Okay, so register your business name, set up a business account, and make your business look professional. If somebody is going to give you $100,000 to plan their event, I would be worried if I was paying into your personal account. I would want to pay that money into a business account. Okay, so legitimize your business. Step number 5 is you want to streamline your paperwork. Okay, so you want to get all of your paperwork before you even start to book clients. So many people make this mistake of sitting and waiting, and then when you finally have a prospect, that's when you are scrambling for Africa. You are now going to Google how to write a contract. What kind of wedding planning questionnaire should I send to this prospective bride? Don't be that wedding planner. Make sure that you have all of your paperwork ahead of time. Okay, the minute you've registered your business, you've registered your business account, you want to start to get all of your paperwork. You should have paperwork for when you first meet your client, what kind of questions you're going to ask in that first consultation. You'll be asking questions like, when is your wedding, clearly? How many people are you looking to host at this wedding? Do you have any particular location that you prefer? What color theme, if any, are we going for? Do we have an overall wedding theme that you want us to work with? Okay, you need to have an invoice and you need to have templates for your contracts. Guys, let me repeat this, that an invoice is not a contract. Everything is going all well and good until something happens and you realize that you don't have a contract. If something breaks at the wedding venue, who's responsible for reimbursing the rental company? You need to have that in your contract. If the bride, for whatever reason, decides to cancel the wedding, what repercussions are there? Is there a non-refundable deposit for all of the hard work that you've already put in, or does she get a full refund for everything that she's paid you? You have to have all of these things inside of your contract so that if worst case scenarios happen, you've covered your butts, okay? Point number 6 is you want to create a vendor network. Again, so many new wedding planners will wait till that client calls them and they realize that it's getting serious before they then pick up the phone and start to find vendors. No, you have to create a vendor network before you even book your very first client. If you know that you're going to cater to a high-end bride who's looking to spend a minimum of $50,000 on her wedding, you know exactly which vendors will be the right fit. So you need to find 3 different photographers, 3 different caterers, 3 different drink suppliers, 3 different MCs that are all a perfect match for your ideal client. Okay, so once you know who your ideal client is, and your ideal client can be, I want to cater to high-end brides. That's not an ideal client. Your ideal client needs to be specific. You need to be able to say, my ideal client is a 28-year-old Ghanaian who lives on Kensington Street, who is looking to get married next year, and is occupying a managerial position, and therefore is so busy that she does not have the time to plan her own destination wedding here in Ghana. She's looking to get married to a Ghanaian who's also resident in London and has lost touch with all of his friends also, and therefore they need somebody here in Accra who's going to do all of the like it needs to be specific. Your ideal client, give them a name, okay? Because if you don't have an ideal client, that's when you start to post anything and everything and your Instagram is all a hot mess, okay? So create a vendor network. What a vendor network allows you to do as well is, if you have a great relationship with these vendors, they could recommend their clients to you as well. So somebody approaches one of the photographers in your vendor network, and they have a conversation and he realizes that they don't have a wedding planner, and you have come off as very enthusiastic, he could recommend you, and who knows, that might be your first client right there. Point number 7 is you want to launch online. So once you've registered your business, you have a business name, you have your ideal client, you have all of the steps from number 1 to 6 put in place, you want to launch your business online. I want to say again that please do not make the mistake of thinking that having your business on Instagram is enough. Remember that Instagram is not a searchable tool, okay, but Google is. So if you don't have a website, this is your sign to go and set up a website for your business. The easiest web building platform, I think, in the world is WordPress. Go to wordpress.com, start a blog about wedding planning, start talking about wedding planning, and the more relevant topics that you talk about on wedding planning, the more friendly your website becomes to Google. So if somebody types in wedding planners in Lagos, wedding planners in Accra, your blog will come up, and gradually you can build that blog into a website. Of course, I'm assuming that that blog has your contact information as well if somebody is looking to book you. But it's so important that you move beyond just one platform. If Instagram collapses right now, are your customers going to be able to find you? If not, you have a certain time bomb. Okay, so make sure that you go on WordPress. Squarespace is another great web building platform. If you have pictures already, go on Squarespace, okay, squarespace.com, and set up a website for your business. Social media is amazing because I think that even for us, social media is what gave us leverage at the beginning. Social media is what gave us, the proof that we can actually do what we claim that we can't do. When we started to post photos of the events that we had done on Facebook, and then we moved to Twitter and then Instagram, okay? You don't want to overwhelm yourself. So just pick 1 or 2 platforms that work for you. If it's Instagram, give your absolute best to Instagram, okay? And then Facebook can be your secondary platform until you have built enough. Because in the beginning, you're going to be doing so many things. You are the wedding planner, you are your own accountant, you are your own receptionist. Look, guys, it's a tall list of hats that you're going to be wearing. So make your job easy. Pick one platform and a secondary social media platform. Point number 8, stop telling and start showing. Wedding planning is a visually driven industry and people are going to buy what they see. So make sure that you have some photos that are a good representation of what your ideal client is looking for. If you don't have any work or any portfolio to show, my recommendation is set up a style shoot. So all of the vendors that you've put together inside of your vendor network, reach out to them. So if the photographer, you find a photographer who's also fairly new and is looking to build a portfolio, fantastic. You find a rental supplier who's fairly new and is looking to build a portfolio. You find a florist and you all come together. A style shoot is pretty much like a mini version of the real deal. So you can set up a table for 10, a table for 20, and make it look amazing. Okay, take photographs, and that's a great way to build a portfolio for your business so that your clients can see visual proof of what you claim that you can do. Point number 9 is get obsessed. Get obsessed, guys. Subscribe to all of the newsletters. Follow all of the people that are relevant to your industry. But you want to literally get obsessed with topping up your knowledge and your skills. So whilst you're new and you're not that busy, this is a great opportunity for you to research your industry. Get obsessed with the idea of wedding planning and what it entails. If you're looking to be a wedding stylist, start putting together your own floral centerpieces. Okay, so buy a vase. A vase doesn't cost much. You can get a vase for like literally $1. Literally 5 cedis, 10 cedis, 50 cedis, 20 cedis. Buy a vase, buy a few flowers. If you're in Accra, go to Orca Decor, go to Palace, go to China Mall, buy a few flowers and put together a floral centerpiece and build up on your skill. Keep changing it up until you're happy with it, okay? And you want to showcase your work. So once you have pictures, please don't be there and thinking when you build, they'll come. When you build, they will not come. This is 2020. Whoever is telling the best story is the one who wins. So don't be hiding your designs and you under your shirt and thinking that when your client meets you, then you will show them the designs. Please don't make that mistake. People are 50% convinced once they've seen your website, once they've seen your social media pages, before they even come in or before they even pick up the phone to call you. They are 50% convinced after they've seen your photos. Okay, so showcase your work. Start documenting your work. When you have an event and the photographer is not a photographer that you have hired, hire your own photographer. A photographer is going to cost you like $50 an hour. If you're lucky, they may stay a couple of hours. Let them take crisp photos of your work that you can later showcase on your online platforms. Point number 11 is you want to share client testimonials on all your online platforms. People make the mistake of thinking that if you post your testimonials on your website, it's enough. It's not. If you're on Instagram, and really you should be on Instagram if you're a wedding planner, because that's the most visually driven network that all of your clients are on. If you're on Instagram, at the top of your page, you will see your Instagram story highlights. That's a great opportunity for you to post any client testimonials. Keep it there so that any new followers will be able to see that off the bat. How do you get testimonials? You get testimonials by asking. You don't assume that your client is going to write back and give you a 5-star review. You need to ask. So once the wedding is over, give it a couple of days, send them an email and say, hey, thank you so much for making us a part of your wedding. It was an absolute delight or pleasure or whatever working with you on your wedding. We enjoyed every minute. Can you please write back and tell us how we did so that we can use that feedback as improvement going forward? Okay, and the majority of people will write back and tell you how it went. And if you get bad review, if you get a because you can't help it, guys, at some point you will get a bad review, even though in your head you're like, but I did everything possible, like I thought I did amazing. You're working with people. You can't get 100% everybody saying you're perfect. You're going to get that one person who writes back and says, I am sorry, I didn't enjoy the wedding planning process. Don't let it be, of course, it's going to dent your ego a little bit, but don't let it just be a dent in your ego. Use that feedback to improve, okay? Take the feedback. Hopefully they give you specific feedback, not just I wasn't happy. You weren't happy saying. If they tell you that I found that my emails, took too long to get a response or something like that, then that's a great opportunity for you to work on your wedding planning processes or your admin. Okay, step number 12 is invest in your craft. You can't help it, guys. You can watch all of the YouTube videos in the world. You can read all of the books in the world. You can subscribe to all of the newsletters, but it's going to take you 10 years to learn something that you can learn inside of a 4-week course, a 3-day course, a 3-month course. Okay, so make the time to invest in your craft.